Grace Katabaruki. Laura Coliano.
Yeah, Laura!
Monica Coe.
Two students are nominated and elected to offer a few words on their experience at GUPI. This year, Grace Katabaruki was chosen to speak on behalf of the students receiving a Master's in Public Policy. Grace Katabaruki came to GUPI as a Pablo and Eisenberg Public Interest Fellow. As an Eisenberg Fellow, she worked with the Action Research Team at the Small Enterprise Education and Promotion Network, a non-profit organization specializing in microfinance and microenterprise work. More recently, she has interned for Congressman John Lewis and Senator Harry Reid. Ms. Katabaruki's academic concentrations have included both international and non-profit policy. She has also served as one of the non-profit track chairs, student co-chairs. Grace hopes to work for a member of Congress on African affairs in the future. After graduation, she will be joining her family in Tanzania to visit her father and extended family. Grace. Georgtown University because they want to change the world. Some of us envision a world where a child's access to education is not limited by their address. Some envision a world where HIV is no longer a death sentence for the poor and the marginalized. Some envision, like me, a self-sustaining and prosperous Africa. Whatever our vision, we chose GUPI because we believed it could equip us with the tools we needed to make the change we sought. Today, we graduate with many of the important tools we need to that end. We've learned that change is a process, an eightfold path, if you will. It involves asking the right questions, weighing options, building support, not being undone by implementation, and figuring out how to evaluate what you did. Along the way, we've done more problem sets than we care to count. We've puzzled over SAS code for hours and hours and hours. And we've learned how to write the elusive policy memo. The result, we are well equipped with qualitative and quantitative skills that we need to use in the service of the causes we care about. But it will take more than this impressive toolkit to make change. What are the intangibles, the qualities and practices we need to develop to be successful? There are at least three: developing perseverance, exercising wisdom, cultivating joy. Change requires perseverance. Gandhi teaches us that. Mandela teaches us that. Whether the enemy is a corrupt autocrat, civic injustice, or our own fear of failure, victory requires the ability to keep going. A child learning to walk provides an apt metaphor. Grabs onto furniture, falls down, gets up again. Why does he keep at it? Because the prospect of getting from point A to point B on his own 2 feet is so tantalizing, it's worth the endless practice and the pain. His hope propels him forward. Our hope can propel us forward as we take risks and allow the bumps along the way to teach us perseverance. Wisdom is the next quality. Theologian Reinhold Niebuhr invokes wisdom in this way. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Courage to change the things I can. And wisdom to know the difference. But acquiring wisdom seems harder than developing perseverance. It does not necessarily come with age. It comes when we glean lessons from our own mistakes. It comes from studying the texts of ancient prophets and philosophers. comes when we learn from each other. An example from my own experience. I'll admit that I've often compromised when I shouldn't have because I wanted so badly to preserve the relationship and keep the peace. But it was you, my colleagues, who through our lively debates and our joint endeavors taught me that yes, there's a time to defer, but there's also a time to stand your ground. And I thank you for that. The last practice we can add to our toolkits is my favorite, cultivating joy. Joy matters because attempting to make change can be demoralizing. We may fail, we may make progress, but only an inch by excruciating inch. If we're not careful, we can become jaded and cynical. A story describes a disbelieving character in this way. No one had bothered to tell her that the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow had been emptied, its contents spread and embedded in the journey. What is that image? Focused on the gold as she missed the small pleasures along the way. Maybe it's a smile from a loved one, a bird chirping outside our window, a repression that finally works. Whatever it is, we've got to make sure that we gather up the pieces of gold along our path and find the joy. With joy, perseverance, wisdom, and our DPPI toolkit, we're ready. We have talents and skills designed to make us